Welcome to your coverage of Missoula's sports heroes. You're tuned in to the Missoula Prep Sports Network live stream of local sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen.
This presentation of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana.
Check it out.
MPSN is your leader in Missoula's prep sports.
Woo!
We now take you to the action on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Everybody hustles out there, okay, guys? Nobody quits.
Hello, everyone. Welcome into the Missoula Prep Sports Network's coverage of Game 2 between Thompson Falls and Loyola. And we are going to jump right into it here as we have Molly McHugh facing a 1-1 count. Breakers picked up the win in the first game. So we'll go through the order here in just a moment as things flipped fairly quickly. And McHugh facing a 2-1 count. It is (3-1) now on the count. To McHugh. And she'll be walked to lead off the game. So 1 on.
McHugh earns the walk.
And that brings up Violet Whitegrass. So Breakers somewhat going with the same lineup. As Whitegrass will roll this one out on the bunt. It'll be an out at first, but the sack bunt does its job as the runner moves over to second. So that brings us to McKenna Bassett, who is the pitcher. And Bassett will crank one foul for strike one. Carly Tipp in the on-deck circle. Or actually, scratch that. It is Kayla Hickether, as I was looking ahead of myself. Even on the count at 1. And we get strike 2. Officials swapping spots, so Chris Nelson is behind the plate and Emmett Tucker is in the field. And we get ball 2. 2-2 on the count. And this one will be get out past the third base and the shortstop. It's in left field, rolling around. That'll bring McHugh home from second. And Bassett's single will put the Breakers on the board. 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard right here in the bottom of the first. And they're going to go ahead and bring in a runner, Melody Vandeper. To run. So, Kayla Hickether comes to the plate, so we know Molly McHugh is the leadoff batter. She's going to be hanging out at third. Whitegrass in center. She was the number 2 batter. Number 3 was McKenna Bassett. She's the pitcher. Kayla Hickether will hold down first base. Carly Tipp is the catcher. Batting 6th is Emily Hermes. She's the shortstop. Casey Donahue is batting 7th, and she'll hang out in left as we get a strike to Hickether with 1 on and 1 out. Rashana Harris is in right field, batting 8th, and batting 9th is Heli Bada-Rudin. And Hickether with a good shot into left field, and that one's going to be off the fence. They're going to go ahead and bring the runner around from second. No, they have Vanderpeer slam on the brakes. And that will put runners at second and third off the double by Hickether. So that brings us to Carly Tip.
Into the box.
And the first pitch by Tip is going to be straight up in the air. First baseman will have it in the glove, and that's out number 2.
Cooper on the out. Up to the breaker.
As we get things settled in here, apologize that I am behind. So Emily Hermes is at the plate now. And we get a wild pitch that Hermes will step out of the way of. We have ball 1. Faith Fields is the pitcher for, as Hermes has got a shot and it's in the glove, and that is out number 3. So the Breakers earn 1 and leave 2. It's 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. As we move to the bottom of the first inning between the Breakers and Thompson Falls. And when we have our double headers, the team swap, though, even though we're at the Breakers, Thompson Falls is the home team and they are up to bat, and leading off for Thompson Falls will be Izzy Helmer, the DP. And we get strike 1 on the first pitch. It is McKenna Bissett in the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's box, and this one's going to be bunted foul for strike 2. So settling back in is Helmer. Bissett checks her wristband. And swung on, and our first out of the inning will be a K. So that brings up number 18, Faith Frielch, the pitcher. So the batting order, Izzy Helmer, number 22, DP, leading off. Faith Frielch, the pitcher, bats second. Batting third, number 17, Kelsey Frank. She's going to hold down second, as the first pitch will be swung on for strike 1. Batting fourth is the third baseman, number 7, Riley Wilson. Number 14, Bella Cooper, will hold down first base. Batting fifth. Batting sixth, number 21, Melanie Goodman, and we get a swing for strike 2. Abby Lane is a center fielder, number 31. Batting seventh. Batting eighth is the shortstop, number 16, Brooke Bolin. Number 34 will round out the batting order, Danny Jo Van Huss. She's going to be the catcher. As this one is going to be a pass ball, they'll throw it down the line, and Hickether's there for out number 2. And the flex player is number 10, Jenna Totzire. So 2 down as we come to Kelsey Frank for Thompson Falls. And Tip calling out the pitch as Frank steps forward, and we'll have ball 1 looking to bunt possibly. And we get one over the plate for strike 1. So even count at 1 now for the second baseman. And we get strike 2. So 1-2 on the count. Here's the pitch. Low and outside. Evens us out at 2. Here's the pitch. Swung on and it's fouled off. Keeps the batter alive, even at 2. And waiting for my stat tracker to update as this one's fouled off and Frank stays alive at 2-2. There we go. As Game Changer, and you can follow along if you go to GameChanger.com and search for the Loyola Breakers. As we get a full count, 3-2. Chris Nelson, our plate umpire, barking out the call. And this one's going to be just a defensive swing. It'll have contact and roll foul. So we stay at the 3-2. McKenna Bissett on inside the Five Valley Auto pitcher circle, and since she's come in since last Saturday, a triumphant game and a swing foul tip behind the plate. But she would have a great go over the weekend at the tournament, and then facing the reigning state champion Florence Falcons would have a shutout win. And we get strike 3, and that's aside. So 3 up, 3 down for Thompson Falls. We go to the top of the second right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop into 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we move to the top of the second inning. Loyola Breakers lead 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Bottom of the order for the Breakers, 7-8-9, Casey Donahue to start the inning off. Rashana Harris in the on-deck circle and Heli Badarudin in the hole. There's the throw to second to indicate the start of play. Chris Nelson, our plate umpire, cleaning off the plate so he has a good look at the plate. Little interesting story to go with that. A few years ago, I was at a Osprey game. Ended up going 18 innings. Here's the pitch to start the inning, and it's outside for ball 1. On the mound is Faith Fields. Well, at about the 7th inning is where things started to come apart, and it wasn't having anything to do with the players on the field, as this one's going to hop across the plate for ball 2. The official actually had not cleaned off the plate in a few innings, and it would send the game into overtime tied. In about the 11th inning, as we have a high pitch to go ball 3. But at about the 11th inning, I think it was the bottom of the 10th, between the top and the bottom of the 10th, Matt Ellis of the Missoula Osprey took a towel down as we get a walk to start the inning. Took a towel down and fed it through the fence and asked the the bat boy to give it to the umpire. Well, the umpire, with a few choice words, tossed the towel back up over onto the dugout down the third base line of the Osprey. Said he didn't need any help. Needless to say, as Harris will reach out for the bunt, and we'll have strike 1. Rashana Harris at the plate with 1 on and no outs. And it wasn't until about the 13th inning that he actually did clean the plate off, as we have ball 1, 1-1 on the count. Like I said, I think the game, maybe it only went 16 innings. There was one Osprey game a few years ago that did go 18, but I think this one was 16. And a high pitch gets us ball 2. But we'd end up staying for the game, and I think it was about 1 o'clock in the morning before we finally left the facility, as we get a ball, and that's going to go ahead and send Donahue over to second. So Donahue now at second, and Harris with a 3-1 on the count. Here's the Fields pitch. And we'll get one over the plate to get us a full count at 3-2. But yeah, and the crowd got into it, and we'll have a walk to put runners at first and second. With no outs, and on the bottom of the order, Heli Badarudin, who is actually batting well this year. And Badarudin will have one short, called foul. But yeah, during that Osprey game, the fans actually got into it, was screaming. I mean, you could stand and you could not see the plate because it was so dirty. Not quite sure how that official was seeing things. Bunt laid down, third base line, picked up by the third baseman, shot to first, and we've got our first out of the inning. But the sac bunt does its job, as runners have now advanced to second and third with only 1 out on the board. And that swings us to the top of the order to Molly McHugh. And McHugh gets a square one that'll land fair just past third base. And that will score Donahue and put runners on the corners. So the Breakers take a 2-0 lead over Thompson Falls with 1 out, and we come to Violet Whitegrass. Harris is at third and McHugh at first. A high pitch will send McHugh over to second, and we'll have ball 1. Here's the pitch now by Fields. And it's a short one that's going to have some roll to it. And that'll bring Harris home and McHugh to third. And Loyola Loyola will have a run off the hit to make it 3-0 with Whitegrass at first, and Bissett now comes to the plate. So McHugh standing at third with the threat of a score with 1 out. Whitegrass gets ready at first, and the high pitch will send Whitegrass. They're going to go ahead and bring McHugh down the line, and they're not going to get to her. McHugh will slide in. And the Breakers earn a run.
That didn't look good. She okay?
So Bissett ready to go as Nelson cleans the plate off after McHugh coming in. Didn't really need to slide. Whitegrass has made her way around to third with 1 out. Here's the 1-0 by Friels. And Bissett gets it up into the atmosphere, into the wind. Right field is there. It's in the glove, and that's a side. Whitegrass will tag on her way home, and the sac fly will clear the bases with 2 outs, and the Breakers now lead 5-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard as we come to Kayla Hickether with 2 outs and nobody on. Hickether will settle in for her second at-bat on the game, and Friels will have one over the plate for a strike. And here comes that wind. Here's the pitch. And Hickether will square up on it. This one's going to get a ride into left field. It'll hop past the left fielder, rolls to fence. Hickether's around second and will hold up there. Left fielder tried to reach out and grab that one with a bare hand. And Carly Tip, the catcher, will come to the plate with 2 outs, and Hickether at second. So Tip settles in, and here's the pitch by Friels. High for ball 1. And a pitch makes it ball 2. 2-0. Tip up at the plate for the second time today. 0 for 1. And Tip hits it square. This one's got some leg into left field. Left fielder cannot hold on to it. Hickether's around third on her way home, and Tip will stand up at second. And the catcher's double will make it 6-0 Breakers here in the top of the second inning. And we come to Emily Hermes now. And they're going to go ahead and call time to bring in a runner for Tip so she can get her gear back on and be ready to go. So, Deshaw will come in and run for Tip, stands at second, and Emily Hermes is at the plate. Hermes would be the final out in the first inning. So that puts the leadoff batter here in the second, Casey Donahue, in the on-deck circle. Here's Friels now. 6-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And a wild pitch will send the runner to third now. First game, Breakers were able to get 17-0 due to the 15-run rule in the third. Friels now with the pitch. And we'll have another ball pitch. Gets away from the catcher. It is Van Huss, Danny Jo Van Huss, catching for Thompson Falls here in game 2. Here's the pitch. And that's going to tag Hermes right in the backside. So the hit by pitch will put runners on the corners for Loyola with 2 outs. So Casey Donahue, the batter that started the inning at the plate. Here's the pitch. Runner's going to go, and Hermes will get second base. Off the ball pitch. 1-0 on the count. And Hall will let it go by, and we get a ball. And Donahue will have one high down the first baseline foul. And we'll get strike one. So 2-1 on the count to Donahue, who is the left fielder today. She did not play in the first game. She does have a run. Was walked her first at bat. Here's the pitch. And we get one over the plate to even the count out at 2. So Hermes at second now, with Deshaw at third. And this one's going to be hit out towards the second baseman. Frank will pick it up. The throw to first is there and on time, and that's the side. So the Breakers get 5 while they leave 2 behind, and we go to the bottom of the second. 6-0 Breakers on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN as the wind whips across the field from the north to bring us a little dust storm. It's a little northwesterly wind. Sun has come out to grace us here at LSH Breakers softball field, but the wind, well, it'd be pretty nice if that wind wasn't chilling across the field. We come to the bottom of the second inning. Loyola Breakers lead 6-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard, as we have Riley Wilson to lead off for Thompson Falls. Wilson, Cooper, and Goodman, 4, 5, 6 scheduled on the inning. It is McKenna Bassett in the Five Valley Auto pitcher circle, and the first pitch will come in inside for ball 1. Here's the pitch. Swung on. And we're even at 1. So Belly Cooper in the on-deck circle for Thompson Falls. Here's the pitch. And that one off speed a little bit. Gets us a ball 2, 2-1 on the count. Thompson Falls has their royal blue jerseys. They've got a gold stripe down the pant leg on the side and gold knee socks. As we get ball 3 from Bassett. So 3-1 on the count to the third baseman. They've got a royal blue top with a white stripe down the side, and a walk to start the inning. So a walk by Thompson Falls, and now a walk by Loyola here in the second to start the inning, and we go to Belly Cooper, the first baseman. 1 on, no outs. 6-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard, and a bunt showing, and that one had a great backspin coming off the bat as it's bunted foul for strike 1. Bissett sets her rubber foot on the rubber. And now the pitch. Swung on for strike 2. 1 on, runner at first. Second batter of the inning, so no outs. And an 0-2 count. Here's the Bissett pitch. And it's swung on, it's high, and we have our first out of the inning on the K. So we go to the left fielder, Milena Goodman. Goodman settles in. And she'll hit this foul. Tips looking for it, but it'll land right directly behind her. And we'll have strike 1. It's hard when you're a catcher where that ball goes straight up in the air. You gotta jump out of the stirrups and grab the gear and figure out where it's at. Here's the pitch. And a foul tip gives us strike 2. Good healthy breeze coming across the field, as you can tell in my microphone. Here's the pitch. Reached for, swung on, and they're going to say safe. Safe at second. And out at home. So that's 2 outs now, with a runner at second for Thompson Falls, and Abby Lane, the center fielder, number 31, comes to the plate. She'll swing on the first pitch for strike 1. 0-1 on the count. Runner at first is Wilson, who was walked to start the inning. Swung on for strike 2. 2 outs. Bottom of the second. Breakers lead 6-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And we get strike 3 and a phone book tear from Nelson to end the side. So 1 left behind for Thompson Falls. No runs. We go to the top of the third. Right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at mpsn406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's prep sports heroes.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton at LSH Breakers softball field, part of the Lloyd Dwight Sports Complex here for the Loyola Rams and Breakers off of the 2nd Street here in Missoula, the Ram Athletic Center, LSH Breakers Field, and Rollin Field, football field for the Rams, soccer field for the Rams and Breakers soccer program. And we're at the top of the 3rd inning. It's Frields in the Five Valley Auto pitcher's circle. And leading off the inning will be Rashana Harris. So it's the 8-9-1 batter scheduled on the inning. Harris to settle in. Her second at-bat on the day. So Harris at the plate, Badarudin in the on-deck circle. Here's Frields' first pitch of the inning. And it's high over the top of everybody for ball 1. Here's the pitch. High for ball 2. And Frield started the 2nd inning with a walk. Ended up walking Donahue, who came around and scored. Low pitch for Harris to step out of the way, and we're at 3-0. Harris, a right-handed batter with a run, walked her first at bat. Here's the pitch now. And the first one over the plate. 3-1 on the count. Here's the pitch. And we'll have a walk to start the inning, putting Harris at first. And we go to Batter-Rudin, the bottom of the order for the Breakers. She'll check her, Batter-Rudin will check her wristband and settles in. Friels, foot on the rubber. Right-handed pitch on the way. Bunt showing for Batter-Rudin, and she committed, so they'll say strike one. Top of the order in the on-deck circle for the Breakers, with a runner at first and no outs. Here's the 0-1 by Friels. And Batter-Rudin will lay the bunt down, but this is going to be foul for strike two. So we'll probably see a different tactic come up here for Batter-Rudin. 0-2 on the count. Here's the pitch. And we get a ball. So Batter-Rudin will be patient on the third pitch to go 1-2 on the count. Batter-Rudin, Ofer. Pitch on the way, and this one's high down the third base line, but it'll be out of play. And we'll have 1-2. Batter-Rudin will hustle back to grab her bat. And now Batter-Rudin will settle in. Here's the pitch. Swung on. This one will hug the third base line. It's deep, rolls into left field, and that'll put runners at first and second for the Breakers with no outs. So we get ready for the top of the order, and Molly McHugh, the third baseman, and she's found herself a nice little home over at third base, has played very well since they've slotted her in over there. She also plays some off time at the catcher position as well. Sophomore for the Breakers. And she'll crank on this one into right field. It's going to have a hop in front of the right fielder. That'll load the bases up with no outs, and Violet Whitegrass comes to the plate. And McHugh is almost strategic. She comes to the plate, looks at the field, and figures where she wants the ball to go. And she puts it right there. Here's the Friels pitch. Whitegrass will have contact past the third baseman. The throw to first is hucked over there, and they will have the out at first. Whitegrass is out for the first out of the inning, but Harris comes home, and it makes it 7-0. Breakers, with McKenna Bassett coming up with runners at second and third. Here's the pitch by Friels. Swung on. It's deep into center field. It's got some leg, and it's gone. Home run with 2 runs to go with it. Bassett will come home, and the girls will greet her at home plate as she steps on the final plate. And the Breakers take a 10-0 lead off the home run by Bassett, and we come to Kayla Hickether. Oh, and second base. Couldn't figure out why they had stopped play, but second base has been moved up, so they're going to have to take a few moments, clean the sand out of the hole, and reset second base, so there's just a few moments here. Hickether at the plate with Carly Tip in the on-deck circle as they continue to dig out at the base there. You know, folks, if you're looking to upgrade your ride, maybe you want to have a young person that's looking to get a car, well, check out our friends over at Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever, whether it's their large inventory to their experienced staff. Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles on FiveValleyAutosales.com or stop by their store at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales, a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Hickether will have a strike, so 0-1 on the count. And this one's going to be down the third base line. They say fair. It'll hug and roll deep down the third base line. Hickether rounds the corner at first, about halfway down the line, and she'll come back to first. So that brings up Carly Tip now, the catcher. Hickether at first, 1 out on the board. Breakers lead 10-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Here's the first pitch, and Tip will have this one get by the third baseman. The throw to second is there ahead of Hickether, and they'll get the leadoff runner for out number 2. Good job by Riley Wilson to track that down and get the throw over to second. They're going to go ahead and bring in the runner for Tip. And it'll be Michaela Dayshaw. Emily Hermes at the plate now for the Breakers with 2 outs and a runner at first. Here's Fields. Nope, they're going to say hold as Nelson is still working on getting the adjustments made in his book, and now Hermes will step in. Pitch on the way. Low across the plate, and that'll allow Dayshaw to make her way to second, ball 1. So Hermes to settle back in, and Fields will have the pitch. Swung on. This one's going to get over the glove of the third baseman. Shortstop will block it, and that will put runners on the corners for the Breakers with 2 outs. And we come to Casey Donahue. And we'll have a foul ball for Donahue. Donahue would be the final out in the second inning. 2 outs on the board with a runner at first. Here's the 0-1 by Fields. And it's cranked foul back over the backstop. For strike 2. 0-2 on the count. Fields settles in, and now the pitch. It's low. That'll allow Dayshaw to get to second. So Hermes at second. So runners at second and third. Dayshaw is at third. Hermes is at second. And we're 1-2 on the count. Fields, foot on the rubber, and the pitch on the way. And a foul off into the first base dugout. Keeps Donahue alive at 1-2. We'll have coverage of Troy versus Loyola tomorrow night. First pitch at 5. And Donahue will golf this one into the shortstop. The throw to first is there, and a reach and hold, and that's the side. So the Breakers earn 4 runs to make it 10-0. We go to the bottom of the third right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn and Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn and Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn and Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Milk Crate Media can help you reach your audience, whether it is social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or for radio advertising. Milk Crate Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website that will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcratemedia.com today. Milk Crate Media is a proud sponsor of prep sports in Missoula and the surrounding valley.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we roll to the bottom of the third inning. The Missoula Breakers lead 10-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Bottom of the order for Thompson Falls, Brooke Bolin, the shortstop, 8-9-1. Here's the first pitch by Bassett. It'll be swung on for strike one. So that puts it Danny Jo Von Huss in the on-deck circle. Pitch on the way, swung on for strike two. Bottom of the third. And a high pitch that's swung on. And Bassett will strike out the first batter of the inning. That brings us to the bottom of the order. Danny Jo Van Huss, the catcher, with Izzy Helmer in the on-deck circle. Here's Bassett with the pitch. Over the plate for strike one. Our officials for the second game today is Chris Nelson behind the plate and Emmett Tucker in the field. Here's the pitch. This one will be fouled, and everybody's got to jump as it was a line drive into the on-deck circle on the foul shot. Izzy Helmer dance it. And we get another foul tip. So 0-2 on the count, one out, nobody on. Second batter of the inning, and here's the pitch. And we'll have a swing. They're going to say she committed. They say pass ball, and Tip will have the tag for out number two. Brings us back to the top of the order. Number 22, Izzy Helmer. She is the DP. So Helmer will settle in. And the first pitch, showing bunt and committed for strike one. For the Breakers, it will be bottom of the order, 8-9-1 in the top of the fourth. Scheduled for 7. Pitch on the way. Swung on, and that'll be strike two. Helmer settles back in. And showing bunt, they're going to say pass ball, and it's over the head of Hickether, but she'll get the foot on the bag, and that's the side. 1-2-3 for Thompson Falls in the third. Fourth inning coming up right after this. You're listening to Loyola Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn and Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn and Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn and Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Top of the 4th inning. Loyola Breakers lead Thompson Falls 10-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Bottom of the order scheduled 8-9-1 as Rashana Harris is ready to bat. Helly Badarudine in the on-deck circle, and Harris getting some batting tips from the first base coach during the inning break to get her ready to go. She would actually lead off the last inning, so if you will, working through the order from Harris's position. It is Faith Frields inside the Five Valley Auto pitcher circle. Harris now to settle in. And here's the first pitch. High and gets away for ball 1. We'll have a pair of double headers with the Mavericks Saturday and Sunday as the Billing Royals will be in town. Low pitch for ball 2.
Hey, was that a chocolate chip muffin?
Frields with her foot on the rubber and the pitch on the way. And Harris will have a shot down the first base line. They say fair, and the first baseman just had to stand on the bag and wait for the ball to roll to her. That's out. Nope, they're going to say strike, the foul ball. So 2-1 on the count. Harris gets another chance. And the pitch will be over the plate for strike 2. So 2-2 on the count to Harris. Harris, 2 walks with 2 runs. Her first 2 at-bats. And the high pitch will get us at a full count at 3-2. Frields walks to the back of the Five Valley Auto pitcher circle, now sets her foot on the rubber, and the payoff pitch. It's high, and Harris will be walked for the 3rd time today. Brings up the second baseman, Helly Badarudine. Badarudine to settle in. And a high pitch will send Harris to second as it will roll off the backstop right out to Frields at the pitcher circle. Badarudine settles back in the box, foot on the rubber for Frields. Here's the pitch. And Frields will let it go by for ball 2, and I should say Badarudine will let it go by. 1 for 1 with a run in her first 2 at-bats. This one she'll reach for. It's high over second base. The second baseman will come in, and it's in the glove. Nice job by Frank to keep that one tight in the glove, and we have our first out here in the 4th inning. Swings us to the top of the order to Molly McHugh. One out, one on. Harris at second. Here's McHugh. And a high pitch will be over the plate for strike 1. 10-0 Breakers on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Here's the pitch. Swung on. This one's going to get through the legs of the third baseman Shortstop not able to make the throw, and McHugh will get on base. Putting a runner at third. So corners for the Breakers as Violet Whitegrass comes up with one out. And Violet's little sister announcing her at the plate. That's pretty special. Here's Frields. And having to step out of the way, McHugh will take second on the ball pitch. So 1-0. Whitegrass had a good first game. She's 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs and a run, and she'll crank this one foul for strike 1. And as I mentioned the first game, Whitegrass, her first season with the Breakers at the softball level. We have seen her the last few years with the basketball program, and she is one of those standout players. Comes off the bench and just plays hard as we get a swing for strike 2. Whitegrass settles in and we'll go 1-2. McHugh stands at second, ready to go. The pitch will get away and Harris will hold at third. And that'll make it 2-2 on the count. McHugh at second, Harris at third. 1 out on the board. Top of the 4th. Breakers lead 10-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Here's the pitch by Frields. And this one, Whitegrass will foul off behind the backstop. She'll stay alive at 2-2. It is McKenna Bassett in the on-deck circle with 1 out and 2 on. And Whitegrass will jump out of the way. It did make contact. So the hit by pitch will load up the bases for the Breakers. And we come to McKenna Bassett. And Bassett, her last at-bat, would be a 2-run homer over the center field fence. Here's the pitch. And she'll crank hard for strike 1. Here's the pitch. And Bassett hard into left field. Does this one have enough leg to make it over the fence? It doesn't. Harris will come home from third, and McHugh will be on her heels. And that'll put runners at first and second as the Breakers earn 2 off the single by Bassett. And we come to the first baseman, Kayla Hickether. Now Hickether was the... And they're going to bring Vandeper to run in for Bassett once again. As Hickether gets ready to go. Hickether is going to take her talents to the collegiate level, following her sister over to Clark University. Here's the first pitch to Hickether. She'll step forward and the wild pitch will advance Whitegrass to third. So runners on the corners for the Breakers with 1 out. They lead 12-0. Now, if we get to 15, and Thompson Falls does not score in the bottom of the 4th, that's game. This one's going to be a rocket shot out into left field. Whitegrass will score. They're going to go ahead and send the runner from second to third. Hickether will go to second. And the Breakers earn a run off the Hickether at bat to make it 13-0. Now it's Carly Tipp, the catcher, with runners at second and third and 1 out. Here's the Frields pitch. Low, and Tipp's got a dance on the wild pitch for ball 1. Nelson's going to go ahead and clean her plate off. Breakers will have Troy tomorrow night, 5 o'clock first pitch. You'll hear that on MPSN. And we get ready for play. Tip settles in. And she'll have this one hard, but it's going to be fouled down the third base line for strike one. So even at one for Tip here. Tip's first at bat. Actually, this is her third at bat. She's 0 for 3 on the day, or on the game, I should say, not on the day. As this will be game 2 of the doubleheader. Here's the Frields pitch. It'll get away, and that's going to get Tip out of the way. Brings Deshaw or Vandeper home. No, it is Deshaw. And we're at 14-0. Off the wild pitch, advances Hickether down to third. Tip will settle in at 2-1. And a high pitch gets us ball 3. 1 out here in the 4th inning. Frields, foot on the rubber. Here's the pitch. And Tip will be walked to put runners on the corners with 1 out, and I imagine we'll have somebody come in and run for Tip. And we do have the courtesy runner come in. Emily Hermes will come to the plate for the Breakers. So Deshaw at first and Hickether at third. Hermes will settle in with 1 out. Here's the pitch. And Hermes will have this one fouled down the third base line for strike 1. And they'll have to track it down, and now it gets back into Frields. Good wind coming at us. The sun is out and shining, some blue skies, but well, with some snow on the mountains, that wind's still a little bit icy, and Hermes is going to have this one high up over the top of the fans, and she'll have strike 2 off the foul ball. Saturday we'll have a double header on MPSN with the Missoula Mavericks hosting the Billings Royals. Here's the 0-2 to Hermes, and she'll let it go, and the final pitch to Hermes will be a strikeout for out number 2, and that brings us to Casey Donahue. 2 down, 2 on. Top of the 4th. Here's Donahue now, settled in the box, and Frields with the pitch. Runner's going to go to second. They'll let her go. And we'll have ball 1. For Donahue in the game, she is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run. This one's fouled into the first baseline dugout. Gets us even at 1. Here's the 1-1. Runners at second and third now. 2 outs. Frields with the pitch. Donahue will have this one roll out. Shortstop will bounce out of the glove. The throw to first is made, but the foot is not down. And the runner will get on. Hickether will score from third. And that'll make it 15-0 Breakers in the top of the 4th. So that puts runners on the corners, and the girl that started the inning off, Rashana Harris, at the plate with 2 outs. Here's the Frields pitch. Low pitch, and they're going to go ahead and let Donahue get over for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. And having to jump out of the way, they're going to go ahead and bring the runner home from third, and that's another score as Donahue makes her way to third. And Loyola leads 16-0 with a 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. High. And Donahue thought about it, but she'll hold at third, and we go 3-0 to Harris. Harris has been walked all 3 at-bats. She's facing 3-0 now. Here's the pitch. And it gets over the plate to get Fields into the count at 3-1. Here's the pitch. And we get a walk. So runners on the corners with 2 outs for the Breakers. As the bottom of the order, Helly Badarudin comes to the plate. Top of the order in the on-deck circle. Here's the first pitch to Badarudin, and she'll swing, fouled backwards for strike 1. And Nelson wants to be restocked as he's run out of softballs in his special little pouch. We get one from the crowd over our head. 16-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And they're going to hold up as Nelson was not ready, didn't have his mask on. Fields was wanting to get that pitch in. Badarudin facing 0-1 on the count. Here's the pitch. And that'll get away. They're going to go ahead and bring Donahue home. They're going to say safe at home. It was close. And the Breakers will add a run on to make it 17-0. And we go 1-1 on the count to Badarudin. Here's the 1-1 to Badarudin. Check swing over the plate for strike 2. She did not commit. And the way it works on the check swing is they're looking for the wrist to break. And she did not break her wrist, so the ball did slide over the plate, a high pitch. That'll bring Harris over to third. And we're even on the count at 2. Heavy wind coming from the west now, as you can hear it on the microphone. Here's the 2-2. And Badarudin will have a good shot down the third base line. It's going to roll deep all the way to the fence. Harris will come home, and they say that's foul ball. Looked like from our perspective it had stayed in, but Badarudin will continue to battle at 2-2. Here's Fields, foot on the rubber, pitch on the way. And Badarudin, and they're going to say strikeout. And that will be the side. So the Breakers make it 17-0 here at the top of the 4th. Thompson Falls will have to try to put some runs on to stay alive. Otherwise, it's game. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn and Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn and Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn and Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Milk Crate Media can help you reach your audience, whether it is social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or for radio advertising. Milk Crate Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website that will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcratemedia.com today. Milk Crate Media is a proud sponsor of prep sports in Missoula and the surrounding valley.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network, and we've got a change as Shayla McLawn will come in the number 2 spot and bat for Faith Frields.
Let's go, Carly. Let's go, favorite tip.
So Bissett on the rubber, and here's our first pitch to McLawn, and she'll swing for strike 1. No, they're going to go ahead and give her the base, as it looked like. No, they go down the line to Emmett Tucker, and the field umpire will say strike. So 0-1 on the count. Here's the pitch. That'll be a swing for strike 2. So it looked like McLawn had taken the ball off of her fingertips, but the field umpire said no, that's a strike, and inside pitch will be ball 1. McKenna Bissett, coach's daughter, coming over to Loyola, and she had to wait out that transfer time, so her first opportunity to play for the Breakers did not come, as she'll strike out the batter for out number 1. 1 down, 2 to go as we come to Kelsey Frank. For Thompson Falls. Frank, her second at-bat, with Wilson in the on-deck circle. 1 down, nobody on, pitch on the way, and that was a heater that came across. But it'll be ball 1. Low pitch over the plate, evens us out at 1. 1 out, nobody on. Breakers lead 17-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Here's the pitch. And it's over the plate for strike 2. Chris Nelson, our plate umpire, with a good bark on the strike call. And Bissett with the pitch. And that's 3. So Bissett strikes out 2. And we're down to 1 as Riley Wilson comes to the plate for Thompson Falls. Here's the pitch. High. Tip's got to chase it down for ball 1, and that's the first pitch that has really gotten away from Tip here in game 2. Here's the pitch. Over the plate for strike 1, so 1-1 on the count now. Bissett with the pitch. She'll have contact, but it'll be into the backstop for strike 2. So 1-2 on the count. Game could be in the hands of the pitch. And a bunt. And the batter's out, and that is game. As the Breakers will get game 2 as well. A 2-game sweep over Thompson Falls and on the run roll. So we'll be back here tomorrow night at 5 o'clock for Troy. You've been listening to Loyola Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Missoula Sports.
What a rush!
MPSN's coverage of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness.
Always, always, always.
Tune in next time when the Missoula Prep Sports Network has coverage of your local sports heroes.
Well,